Townsend and the NBC Orchestra, inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Patrick Duffy, comedian Kevin Meaney, music by Kid Creole and the Coconuts. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Okay, look, Flea. Hey, look, Flea. Please don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Who does that? Have you seen that commercial?
Yeah.
Some airhead comes on. Nice girl, I guess. I don't know who this is. Please don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Anybody know her name? Do you know the commercial? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you. Kelly LeBrock.
Oh, Kelly LeBrock. I like her. One of my favorites. Isn't that working?
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah. What was the question again?
Who cares? There she is, Miss America. Where is she? Where? You see, Miss America? Bert had a little trouble.
Yes.
Woo. Anyway. How was it out on the line today, or as we call it, Operation Dress Shield? Have you folks been standing out here to come see the show? Bless your heart. Bless you. Well, you're good folk, and we thank you for your support. 105 degrees out here in Burbank today. That's right. If you live in Burbank, all you have to do is step outside and you will experience what they call the greenhouse effect. The problem is if you inhale, you'll experience the outhouse effect. Well, what are we going to talk about? How many of you, is the new television season is underway, is it not? Yeah. How many of you have sampled any of the new shows? Thank you very much. NBC just spent about $2 billion putting on new shows. Nobody has seen. I watched a sitcom the other night that was so bad. How bad? When it was interrupted by a news bulletin from Iraq, the laughs increased. You know, there's a show on called What a Dummy? You think I'm making that up? True. It's about a family that inherits a live ventriloquist dummy. The character apparently is based on Saddam Hussein saying, I got it, Clint. That Burt Park syndrome got to me. It was based on Saddam Hussein's spokesman. That's the guy you see there with the bad mustache and the tie.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Bush's televised speech, did you see it last night? Now, how many of you saw the president's speech last night? He, during the speech to a joint session of Congress, he read a letter from a young soldier, and he quoted, says, I am proud to be stationed here defending America. Now, what Bush didn't admit last night, that was postmarked from Muncie, Indiana, in 1969. It was signed Dan Quayle. That's right. He didn't tell you that. During the president's speech, they have him, of course, on camera at the lectern. And behind him, who do you see? Dan Quayle and Speaker of the House, Tom Foley. Now, Quayle, you knew, he could tell when he was on television. Every time he did those little rabbit ears over Bush, over the president's head. Now, Speaker Foley is not apparently used to being on national TV. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
He looked like somebody you'd see on a 7-Eleven security camera who just stuck a bag of Fritos under his jacket. Now, Bush has recorded, as you probably know, a speech to the people of Iraq. And they say they're going to play it over there. It's going to be on Iraqi cable TV. And it's only going to be interrupted once during a commercial for the Sports Illustrated Sandal Phone. That's right. Now, Iran came up with an interesting statement today. Iran said that any Iranian who dies fighting the United States will go to heaven immediately and be reunited with the Ayatollah Khomeini. Boy, do they have a poor sense of direction. As you know, Secretary James Baker's been going around the world, trying to get countries to chip in, and Democrats have criticized, you probably know, Japan and Germany for not giving us economic help in the Gulf crisis. And Japan and Germany said, hey, that's not how it works. We start the war, then you pay us. That's what they said. Did you know? Former President Reagan, you know where he is at the present time? He's making a tour of Europe. He was at the Berlin Wall yesterday, and he had a hammer and chisel, and he chopped out a souvenir for himself. And Reagan still acts very presidential. In a speech later, he said, "Ich bin ein, don't recall." At the Berlin Wall. Okay, tonight, we have Mr. Patrick Duffy with us. Yes. Yeah. Funny young comedian, star of a show called Uncle Buck, which I think is on another network, is it not? Kevin Meaney is here tonight. And Kids Creole and the Coconuts are here to dance it up. So stay where you are.
How can we make this more severe?
Buick's pursuit of quality never ends.
I agree with that. We're going to make it even tougher.
We need to go in with higher speeds, higher pouring loads.
Because it's not perfect till it's Buick perfect.
But it's not good enough for what we want to do. So let's go with 23% hill, maximum.
Quality that lasts.
The anti-lock brakes allow
Even after a year of use, no domestic car maker is more trouble-free than Buick.
Great work. You sure you don't want us to run some more tests?
99 models, redesigned and engineered, GM is putting quality on the road.
Lieutenant Frank Drebin is back.
Nice work, Frank.
And he's ready for action.
Is this some kind of bust?
Leslie Nielsen.
Well, it's very impressive, yes.
The Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. Coming soon on video cassette.
Look, Mom. Cameron has Tyco radio-controlled mini hovercraft and fast tracks.
Honey, don't you want to wake up Christmas morning and be surprised?
Well, if you got me both, I'd be surprised.
Presenting some of the 2,000 body parts you can clean with new Lever 2000 deodorant soap. Soft parts like that little divot under your nose. And tough parts like those hard-working toes. We do armpits, but we also do cheeks. That's cheeks. And without drying your skin like other deodorant soaps can, Lever 2000 has special skincare ingredients. You can even use it on baby parts, mama parts, and papa parts. New Lever 2000. Finally, a deodorant soap that's better for your skin and all your 2,000 parts.
This is Sizzler's all-you-can-eat salad bar. This is the build-your-own tostada bar we added to Sizzler's salad bar. And this is the hot pasta bar we added to the build-your-own tostada bar that we added to Sizzler's salad bar. Now, what more could we possibly do to improve a piece like this? Add dinner. Presenting Sizzler's Malibu Chicken and Salad Bar Dinner. Tasty chicken topped with ham and cheese that comes with all the above for the price below. Sizzler.
All right, we are back. Yeah. Whoa, what a hot day. What left the light here, huh? You know what happened?
Both and double-breasted. That seems to be the new fashion.
They say the longer people are together, the more they start to look, and we're starting to dress together.
Well, let me tell you how serious that has become.
Is this one working?
I don't know.
This one doesn't sound like this is working. The one out there, the boom mic didn't sound like... Can you folks hear very well? This is not working, guys. And that one's not... Is this show being canceled? See, NBC is very subtle. Sometimes they just start, turning off the cameras and taking another microphone. Did I pull this out?
I think it's working.
See, it says Can you see this? It says there's two ones here. Are they supposed to be joined?
Yes.
All right, they're together.
They're together.
That's better.
Yeah. Now you start.
Anybody? In other words, this is not working.
It's working.
No, it's not working here either.
Well, what do we care? We want these people to hear us, too.
It'd be nice, yeah. Be nice if the people here could also hear what I'm saying, or maybe not.
Let's use these microphones. Bring these down, and we'll use these.
A bulletin, sir.
A bulletin? Wait a minute, a bulletin.
In the green room, it sounds just fine.
We'll have all these people go into the green room. Got 500 people here. We got seats for 10 in there. When you take all the people in there?
Now, you're telling me how start to look alike after 32 years,
Yes.
or act alike.
Yeah.
Now, for 3 times in a row, I've said to Harry Blake, our makeup man, I said,
Right.
tomorrow, I want to get a haircut.
Yeah.
He said, Mr. Carson wants to get a haircut. Now, that's been 3 times in a row. So our hair is now starting to grow at the same rate. Yeah.
Well, I hope that's the only thing that's growing at the same rate. Whatever that means.
Yeah. Who knows?
Anyway, who's ever picking us up, folks, we hope you enjoy this little show tonight, whether you're in the green room at home or in the comfort of your bed. That's exactly where I wish I was right about now. Obviously, this equipment is disintegrating right in front of our eyes, as we are. The boom mic didn't work. This one doesn't work. How are the cameras?
Perfect.
They all right?
Just perfect.
Why do we just plunge on, and whoever picks up our show tonight, good. Now, I've got a question for you.
All right.
What did I mention? Who's on tonight?
You did not.
Patrick Duffy, Kevin Meaney, and Kid Creole, and the Coconut.
Wait. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Kid Creole and the Coconuts? You want a cup of coffee? I know a good restaurant. Come on, Bert. Where I am now? It's hot. It's too damn hot. And it's hot in here. Isn't it hot in here?
Yeah.
Well, of course, not hot where you're sitting. You're sitting in the shade with your hand on your drink. Fred says, no, it's all right here. All right, we have those people on the show,
Yes.
and we just hope that you can hear them.
Right. And you have a question for me?
I do. What do these words have in common? They have a common bond. Trampoline, linoleum, escalator, yo-yo, and kerosene. You know what those words have in common?
No.
Well, they all used to be brand names, but the people who invented them lost their legal rights to the trademark because over the years the words became generic. But those were actually brand names, trampoline, linoleum, and so forth. They don't have the copyright apparently on those anymore. For example, nobody says if you're going to go out and copy something, what do normal people say to make a copy? They say Xerox, which is a brand name, of course. They don't say usually facsimile.
Yeah.
Nobody hands me a facial tissue. You ask for a
Kleenex.
I guess that's patented, though. They can't pick up on that. What is it in music? What is the copyright law in music? How long can you have a copyright before it expires?
He needs a cup of coffee.
50 years.
50?
You think it's 50 years?
I think it's 50 years.
And then I thought it was 26 years, and then you had to renew it.
72 years.
Yes, you have 4 years to renew it.
Right.
And during that 4 years, you still have the right to it.
Does it ever become public domain, the music finally?
Yes.
The copyright expires and the music becomes public domain. In other words, you don't have to pay any money to use it.
That is true.
That's right.
There must be a reason for all of this that you're building up to.
Yeah, there is. I forgot what it was. I've expended so much time here talking to you and Mr. Information over here. Did you know deep freeze is a trademark? Most people didn't know that.
I didn't know it.
You use it as a generic term. Deep freeze is an actual brand name. How about Frigidaire? That is a brand name, but when I grew up, you say put it in the Frigidaire. But that was and I often said put it in the Frigidaire. Boy, it is hot in here. Did you also know, folks, that every trademark has to be registered with the United States Patent Office? It costs $25, and until last year, you also had to submit a description of your product.
I'll be damned.
But not anymore. Now, this is true. Listen to this. This is for you erstwhile inventors out there. Since oh, be quiet. Since 1989, that was last year.
Yeah.
You can...
You're really keeping track of things.
You can register any made-up name that has not been taken even before you have a product. You can register that name with the patent office. Then, if somebody down the line comes up and wants that name, they actually have to buy it off of you. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
For instance, Nissan registered the name Infinity with an I before they designed the car. They wanted Infinity with a Y, but it was already taken, apparently by a company that makes stereo speakers. So they settled for Infinity with an I.
With an I.
This is so exciting. So keeping that in mind, all of this lead-in, we went out and registered some names of our own. And these are now ours with the patent office.
You didn't consult me about this.
I don't have to consult you. So if you people have one of these products and you like one of our names, you'll just have to deal with our lawyers, because we have already had the following names are trademarked 1990 by The Tonight Show, and all uses strictly reserved. We trademark a veterinary clinic called Roto-Neuter. So if you want to use that, you have to come to us. We hereby reserve the following names for inexpensive luncheon meats. These are patented. Spidgeon, Grizzling, and Roy Rogers Chunky Trigger Stew. That has been registered. That's right. We trademarked Explodo Heart Coffee. A deodorant called I Can't Believe I Used to Stink. We have that trademark. And you're going to have to deal with us. You're going to owe us money if you want to name your new steak sauce Preparation H1, because we have patented that. A combination blue jeans and adult diaper called Loading Dockers. We have that. That's one of ours. You're probably taking notes, because if you have these, you're going to have to deal with us. We claim all rights to a perfume for bowling alley waitresses called Eau de Vagoda. And we own outright the following names for funeral homes: Mornomat, Casa de Cheek Rouge, and Uncle Jack in the Box are all registered. You folks invented a toilet bowl cleaner called a Rimo. We have. You know those canned potato chaps they have now? We have one in case you're for nudists. Called Dangles. You cannot use any of the following brand names for hearses. For hearses without written permission. The Toyota Coroner, the Toyota Coroner. Jesus. The Lamborghini. The Yukon, and the Cadillac Coupe Deceased. Those are, we have registered. I don't know what. If you come up with a low-priced breakfast cereal, you're going to have to deal with us. We've copyrighted both of these names: Kellogg's Corn Warts and Post Grunt Nuts. Inexpensive toilet tissue. We've trademarked, named Rasp. And a high-fiber cereal for dogs called Rex-Lax. And lastly, we hereby trademark the following name for male impotence clinics: the Gee, This Never Happened to Me Before Hills Clinic. So those are a few, folks. If you want those, you got to come and deal with them. What is that? I'm having trouble getting the words out tonight for some reason. What do you call that when you start to speak before you know what you're saying? What? Old age. Oh, boy. Hurtful. Yes. But probably true. No, it's called not alliteration, but
I've told you many times.
Juxtaposition.
It's called screwing.
Well, juxtaposition. That's good. All right, Patrick Duffy will be out here and set us straight in just a moment.
Dave Thomas travels the world over looking for new foods for Wendy's.
But if it's... Excuse me, is this what I ordered?
Tonight we feast, but first, we dance!
And it's not easy.
Boy, I sure could go for a Big Dave's Deluxe.
It's back. A big quarter-pound of fresh beef, cheese, 3 strips of bacon, sautéed onions. The works, only at Wendy's.
Which way to El Habib?
Come in for another Big Dave's Deluxe today.
Everybody needs some money.
$12 for every mile over the limit.
Everybody needs some...
Hey, that's $300.
You can add fast, too.
To send someone money fast,
Hello, Joan?
call 1-800-CALL-CASH. Only Western Union can get it to 16,000 locations in minutes. Nobody else even comes close.
French 101.
Something in my heart just told me.
Psych.
My sometime.
And biology, 903.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
You can count on Sears for great Christmas values. All holiday sweaters are 25% off. Beautiful dresses and blouses, too, with shimmer, shine, and style. All 25% off through Saturday. Only at Sears.
Ready for the perfect vacuum cleaner? Here it is, the new Dirt Devil Power Pack. The convenience of a canister vacuum with a power nozzle that adjusts to any surface. Get power and convenience with Power Pack. It's new from Dirt Devil.
Camry, Corolla, Tercel, Paseo. Buy one right now. No payments for 90 days. Camry, Corolla, Tercel, tough trucks. Buy one right now. No payments for 90 days. The most trouble-free cars. America's best value. Cars, trucks, vans, satisfaction. The right time to buy. The right place to do it.
Okay, folks, we've returned. And now, this gentleman you all know, he's an extremely talented actor who stars in the television series Dallas. And Patrick is also starring in an NBC movie called Murder, COD, which is on this month, 21st of September at 9 o'clock. Would you welcome Patrick Duffy? Patrick Duffy.
Here we are again.
It's been a while.
I can solve the whole problem.
What is
the 2 little on and off switches on those things in your ears? If
Yes.
you flip those down, the sound will improve.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Hello?
Testing.
Oh, that was it.
There you go.
Goodness, how long has it been since you've been here? A year or so?
I guess
Last time you were here, you were,
I come every time our ratings dip.
No, not true.
Please let me on.
Last time here, you were, you just gotten back from Russia.
Just back from
and
Russia.
since then, I have been to Russia.
I
made
heard.
made a trip.
How'd you like it?
Intriguing. With all the changes that are
That's
happening in the world, I
carefully
thought it was, no, I find it, I said this before, I find it a sad country.
Yeah.
With monumental problems. The people seem very, very nice. They love the contact with Americans. You don't see many smiling faces. Economically, their money is almost worthless to them, and they don't get the things we take for granted here. You know, if you walk in a supermarket in Russia,
it echoes.
You may be able to get 4 out of 5 items out of 20, and here,
We
you know,
saw
it's
a
just
line
crazy.
around the street, and we thought it was a movie or something going on. They were lining up for an orange.
Now, you're laughing at us. We went to what they call Goom's department store, the famous store over there, and I saw this line of, well, it must have been 1,000 people, literally. And I said, what are they lined up for? And our guide says, they're selling sheets. And I said, does it mean spec? No, she said, just bed linen.
Right.
And they were lined up that long to get sheets for the bed. Now, that's kind of strange.
Yeah. And I was there a year, probably almost a year earlier
Yeah.
than you were, and it was, I think things are changing a lot now, but when
Yeah.
I got there, nothing worked.
Really?
Nothing worked.
Yeah.
Let me repeat that.
No, you do
there are certain things in hotel rooms you really want to work.
And they just don't.
Day number 2, you really want them to work.
Yeah, they are so out of date on so many things that we take just as daily.
Yeah, our driver said that if you want your car repaired, you make an appointment months in advance, and they'll take you a year or so down the line, and then they keep the car until the parts come in. Sometimes you don't have your car for 2 years.
Our guide has been on the list for 4 years to buy an automobile.
Yeah.
To buy one. It's been on a list for 4 years. Now, it sounds like we're making
doing
this
pretty
up,
well
but-
here.
But it's not true. Yeah, we're doing very well here.
Our plane took off, and as it took off to leave Moscow to come back, we were flying back to Germany. As the wheels left the ground, the entire plane went, yeah, like that. And we said, is that just us? Because I think we started it on that particular trip. And they said, no, every time we fly out, it's that feeling. And it's not because, as you were saying, it's not because things aren't nice or the people aren't nice. It's just you can't believe that there's that much difficulty in a world that's supposed to work so well.
After all those years of a state-controlled society, a rigidly totalitarian government, it's just going to take them years to break out of that mold.
We had an interesting thing, though, because they're on the right track. We were in Red Square on Election Day, and Larry and I were filming in Red Square, and we wanted to stand on top of Lenin's tomb. Just ourselves. Just my old buddy and me.
They did not
and they said, "Niet." That's the one word I learned in Russian, "Niet." When I asked the thing in the hotel to be repaired, it was "Niet." And we said, but we'd really like some pictures of us on Lenin's tomb, the Kremlin in the background. They said, "Niet." And as we packed up all our equipment, we were leaving, one of the guys who's representing the other network said, boy, we had paid just about anything for that. And their ears went ding, ding. And we said, well, $10,000. But boy, they were ready to get us up there, but we had to move. So they're learning the lesson.
I'll give you my basic Russian. You could have said, "Можно идти туда?" May I go in there?
And they'd said, "Niet."
Niet. Niet.
And why do you want to go in there? It doesn't work anyway.
Or dam можно, yeah. I picked up a little Russian just for the fun before I went over there.
I went to Germany before that.
It was fun to try.
Yeah. Russian is very difficult because I can't even read it, let alone speak it, because all the letters are printed backwards. You can read it in the mirror. But I learned German. I learned one phrase in German.
I hate to ask you what it is.
Boy, you're going to hate worse to hear it. I can say, ich möchte dich nachsehen. Now, a lot of people right now who know German are taking their clothes off.
What does that mean?
I learned how to say, I want to see you naked.
How do you work that into a casual...
Well, I figured if you don't know a lot of German, it's good to have a conversation starter.
We have to take a break. We are coming back. Stay with us.
Late one night, the city slept. She didn't. Having time on her hands made her restless. She dropped into a local night spot. The air smelled of danger. She was not easily satisfied. Then, exactly what she was looking for. The Isotoner gift set. People can't wait to get their hands on it.
Because AT&T knows that there's news to share, and times to remember, and plans to be made, and stories to tell. Now your savings are better than ever before. 30% off calls from 5 to 10 p.m. for Reach Out America Plan customers with an evening discount during this holiday season. There's never been a better time to be with us. 30% off. Only for you, only from us.
You can count on Sears for great Christmas values, like this Craftsman variable speed 16-gallon wet dry vac. Sears Best, just $99.99. The most powerful 16-gallon vac you'll find. Find it now, only at Sears.
At Braun, we believe even if you're not at your best in the morning, at least you can look like you are. Braun, the world's #1 selling foil shaver.
Announcing JB's new Sunrise Breakfast for just $2.59.
I get 2 eggs any way I want them. Bacon or sausage plus biscuits and gravy? Or fruit cup and toast? 3 pancakes? Or 2 slices of French toast? Or half a waffle? Or cheddar hash browns and toast? Come on, for $2.59? No way.
JB's Sunrise Breakfast, just the way you like it. Only $2.59.
But what if I can't decide? I can come back tomorrow.
The way we make it makes it better.
For more benefits without paying extra, see Inland's Pacific Energy wood stoves. Approved for minimum clearances, Pacific Energy allows you close-to-wall installations. All models include downflow air wash system for clean glass, multi-port air injection system, a preheated secondary burn, and decorative trims. Some Pacific Energy models include porcelain finish in 5 decorator colors, gold-plated door, hidden controls, and more. See a live showing of Pacific Energy at Inland Awning Stove and Fireplace Center today.